Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to a little bit more mathematics. I've decided to add some music, see how that goes. Evening time, good time to kind of just vibe out and do some really good math. I think this is going to go great. So let's see what horrible things happen. All right, to get started, let's go ahead and see what we got here. So we're doing Laplace transforms tonight, and we're going to do Laplace transforms in the form of differential equations. So we're going to solve some differential equations using Laplace transforms. To start with just the y double prime plus 2y prime minus 15y equals 0, where y naught is negative 4 and y prime naught is 2. Ain't that a piece of work? Now we got to find, firstly, y, the transformed version. So we're going to transform all this stuff, all the stuff into the thing. So let's start with y double prime. Y double prime is going to be s squared times y of s minus s times y prime naught. I think, yeah. Y prime naught, which is 2 minus... No, it's y naught, right? Negative 4 minus y naught, which is 2. Or y prime naught, which is 2. Plus 2 times s times y of s minus y naught, which is negative 4, so it's plus 4. Close parentheses, that guy, and that's minus 15 y of s. And all that stuff is equal to 0, which is kind of nice. So now all we have to do is set everything equal to y of s. Make y of s equals to something, so make something explicit. Now that we've done that transformation. So let's go ahead and group everything. First we're going to simplify, because I can't. So s squared y of s minus plus 4s minus 2 plus 2sy of s plus 8 minus 15y of s equals 0. Now we're going to go ahead and group the y of s stuff together. S squared plus 2s minus 15. Look at that. We've got a quadratic equation right there. Look at this guy. It's pretty good. Equals, and what's left? We're gonna knock this out. Whoopah! We've got 4s minus 2 plus 8, which is going to be minus 4s minus 2 plus 8 is going to be minus 6. As 8 minus 2 is 6. It's positive 6, and we've subtracted it to the other side of the equation. And now that's minus 6, so minus 4s minus 6. And this is not what we have, so now y of s, I'm about to get in the way here, equals negative 4s minus 6 over s squared plus 2s minus 15. So now we've got it into the transformed version, and we're going to have a nice little undo the transform to get back our answer of what is y of t? What's that function? Because we just know y prime and y double prime, but we want to know what y is in terms of t or x or whatever our dependent variable or independent variable is. So let's go ahead and start doing that. I'm going to go and use a little checker here, because fun fact, I'm doing some homework here. So we're doing live homework. Whoa! So I actually have set to y of s is a negative 4s minus 6. All of that divided by s squared plus 2s minus 15. That should be correct. Yeah, it's all correct. It's saying the thing that's equal to 0, which is the thing I was supposed to... It takes you step by step, and I'm like, oh, I already skipped one step into the other one. I gotta fix that. So we'll just say y times s squared plus 2s minus 15 plus 4s plus 6 is 0. It'll give that other one there. And now we're going to go ahead and use some partial fraction decomposition to get this thing into a form we can undo our Laplace transform. So how do we do that? So we're going to start by saying we're going to change colors here. Woo! It's the next part. Negative 4s minus 6 over s squared plus 2s minus 15. We want to set this in a form that we can go ahead and decompose it. So that equals, so s squared plus 2s minus 15, that's going to be s. I'm not sure if this is factorable, so I think it's a completing the square kind of deal. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. When in doubt. So that is 15 times 4 is 60. So that is 4 plus 60. So that's the square root of 64. So that's plus 1/2 of 8. So that's going to be 5. And so it's a negative 1. So yeah, 5 and 7. Or sorry, positive 7 and negative 5. Yeah, positive 7, negative 5. Yeah. That's what the vibes are. All right, so we now have s minus 5, s plus 7, negative 4s minus 6. I wanted to have music in the background because I got the vibes. And I found this artist, Jan Klein, that has some Creative Commons music, and I'm just gonna vibe to it. Like it's background music, right, as it always is, but it's a little more than just like the lo-fi slop type thing. It just feels like something kind of normal, you know, and just kind of chill, having a nice time. That's what this kind of has, a little bit to it. And I miss that kind of vibe. It's real, too. I miss that. I hope my levels are right. I think I'm keeping this at like negative 20, negative 15 dB. And then I'm keeping myself close to 0 because I'm compressed pretty heavily. So, YouTube is not responding? What? Hold on. We got some technical issues. What's wrong, YouTube? Ah, smooth streaming. So, YFS is a 4s minus 6 by saying it's possible that our sorry, we didn't have music till just now because I clicked the button wrong. That should have solved that problem. Just double check that this worked. Okay, that was what was wrong. Apologize, y'all. Okay. I don't have any desktop audio coming through, so you shouldn't have heard that loop. Okay. So, now that we've solved some of these technical issues, I believe may come back, but we'll keep an eye on it. I haven't live streamed in such a long time, y'all. But I wanted to just kind of enjoy it, you know, just kind of vibe out and get some of this stuff done. So, let's keep on rolling towards getting this done. Now that we have our simplified situation, we can now say that negative 4s minus 6 over s minus 3, s plus 7, well, that's going to be equal to a over s minus 3 plus b over s plus 7. Why? Because this is partial fraction decomposition. That's what it is. And then we can do a fun part. We can multiply both of these sides by... This is the focus music, guys. We're gonna do the thing. What we do is we're gonna take the bottom. We're gonna multiply the denominators on the bottom of the left side, and then we're gonna get negative 4s minus 6 equals a times s plus 7 plus b times s minus 3. Why? Because s minus 3 got canceled in the last step. You know what that means? That we got the other ones. That's what survived, because we just multiplied everything by this, s minus 3, s plus 7. So what gets canceled out here? That gets canceled out there. What gets canceled out here? That gets canceled out here. And we did the same thing right here. We did it over here. So all this gets canceled. Algebra. So now that we have a situation like this, what we can do is simply set s to be something that gets rid of either a or b, so we can isolate a or b. So let's start by setting s equals negative 7. So for s equals negative 7, negative 4 times negative 7, well, what's that? That's positive 28, guys. Let's throw that in there. Minus 6, which is our favorite number, ladies and gentlemen, it's 22, equals... Well, that's a times negative 7 plus 7. Well, what is that but 0? So this all goes away and dies. But we're left with b, negative 7 minus 3, which is negative 10b, equals 22, ladies and gentlemen. And all of the configurations of being, we have something pretty close to an answer for b, which is going to be negative 22 over 10, which simplifies to negative 11 fifths. And I'm in the way. Oh no, I'm still in the way. Quick! New page! I think that fixed it. Except that I have to erase all this stuff now. Because I didn't duplicate it and make it empty. I don't know how to do that and make it empty. I need to figure that out. And now that we've got b, we can grab a. And a is going to be pretty straightforward here since we now have b. We can do the same thing we did last time, but we're getting rid of b. We could still just solve for a, but I want to be fun. So we're going to do b equals, or s equals 3. So s equals 3. And you know what time it is. Negative 4 times 3, that's negative 12. Minus 6. Oh, we know what that equals. Negative 12 minus 6, that's negative 18, equals a times s plus 7 plus b times s minus 3. Well, b goes away. So a... Oh, whoa. A times 3 plus 7, it's 10, just like the last time, plus b times 0, which makes that go away. So now it's a equals, that's 10, oh, 10a, we divide it out, that's a equals negative 18 over 10, which is gonna be negative 9 fifths. we now have a value for A and B. And because we already know that this big honking thing up here is equal to these, we can now set the Laplace transform of that to be equal to the summation of those two simplified fractions that can be simply solved using the Laplace transform. So let's go ahead and do that now by throwing that guy in there. So we now know that a negative 9/5 times 1 over, we got to figure out which one it was, s minus 3 plus, or minus, 11/5 1 over s plus 7 equals that original equation we had before. So, before I confuse myself, we gotta erase more, guys! It's so bad! So now what we got to do is just take the Laplace transform of this to get our final answer, which is going to be the Laplace transform of, or negative of, negative 9/5 of 1 over s minus 3 plus, or minus 11 plus the Laplace transform of negative 11/5 times 1 over s plus 7. Now, I've gone ahead and already separated some of these a little bit to help us out. We're going to duplicate these one more time. I keep on forgetting that I need to... I'm just grooving too much. That's what I'm doing. We do be grooving too much. Alright, we're going to dupe this one more time. Alright. So now we're going to simply solve these Laplace transforms, and we can use table methods. So if you don't have a table, by the way, it's really helpful to have a table like this if you don't want to use the definition. Although we do know how to use the definition, it can speed things up to have a table of pretty simple, already known algorithms. Now, this is a pretty well-known one and a pretty straightforward one where sine of at would be a over s squared plus a squared, so we can do it in terms of that. But it's 1 over s minus a is going to be e to the at, which means that this first one is negative 9/5 because we can pull constants out of a Laplace transform, or an inverse Laplace transform in this case. That's what I was doing. To get what the answer to this is, 1 over s minus 3, where we're going to do some red. Well, wait, 1 over s minus a equals e to the at. Yeah. And so now we know that. We could say, okay, well, that's simply e to the 3t. And that's our first part of our answer. Now we're going to add that second answer, which is minus 11/5, which we've pulled out of here as well, just like we did with that 9/5. What is 1 over s plus 7? Well, 1 over s minus a is e to the at, but since we're adding, it's e to the negative at, which is e to the negative 7t. And you know it, you love it. That's the answer to a second-order, linear, homogeneous differential equation. Negative 9/5 e to the 3t minus 11/5 e to the negative 7t. I'll be here all night, folks. We rolling. I say that I'll be all night. I'm not going to get up sleep because I got to get up early. I say to the no one watching, I'm just kind of enjoying speaking into the void. It's fun. Okay, so now what we have to do is look for... Let's see if this was right, or if I'm about to embarrass myself again. All right, so it's let's see, negative 9/5 over s minus 3 negative 11/5 over s minus 7 or plus 7. This is the boring part. Committed something wrong. I was so confident. Maybe it's positive? I sneezed. Drink water, folks. It's been around for billions of years. Tastes the same as it always has. Wonderful chemical. Top 5. Also, drink drinks that are wonderful. Drink drinks that taste great. Life's worth living. Enjoy it. You gotta have good stuff. All right. I'll be so real. I was not expecting a vibe like this tonight, man. Not at all. It's the music and the streaming. It's something I like to do. I got back from a conference, and one of the things that the conference really brought home to me was that I need to be making more videos and put it into my studies however I'm doing it. And so what I'm doing is, guess who live streams their homework now? Now obviously, because of academic, integrity, I have to be careful how I live stream my homework and what I can and cannot stream. The problems are random. I mentioned this in the stream earlier today, but you have multiple randomized variables student to student. Now it's some of the similar problems, but it's different variables. So how I might solve it is different than how somebody else might solve it. And nobody that I'm taking the class with really knows that I'm doing this. No one really even in the same course. So I think it's okay. I don't know. I'm just trying to do my best here. I'm a little baby channel. No one's seeing this. I'm just vibing out, enjoying myself. It's all part of science communication, how you want to learn. If you can't teach it, you don't know it. And that's what we're doing. So I got to redo this and figure out where I went wrong. So I think I went wrong on that partial fraction decomposition because I got excited. So we're doing it again. Okay, so who texted me back? Give me a sec. I'm going to respond to text. Okay. Damn it! Now I've recorded exactly how long I take to respond to text messages, and I shouldn't while I'm streaming, but whatever. Gives me a little second to refresh the brain and come back to this. Okay, so we're going to start by saying that, let's go to number 5 and start number 5 being the 5th page that I just say out loud. I'm going to change colors. Y'all feel like changing colors? No one? Let's do that. Let's change colors. So we're going to start with this negative 4s minus 6 over s squared plus 2s minus 15. Now this is going to be equal to a, well, it's equal to negative 4s minus 6 over s minus 3, or sorry, s plus 3, s minus 7. Did I do that right? Maybe it was that I didn't type it in right. It's s plus 3s minus 7, obviously. Come on. I just want to double check that I didn't accidentally just type something wrong by accident, because I've done this before. Okay, no, I did get it wrong. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can then set negative 4s, and yeah, we're gonna do a cool trick. We're gonna copy it, and we're gonna paste. I didn't have to write it a second time. I could be lazy. So equals a over s plus 3. We'll just do s minus 7 because it wants that to be the first one. Plus b over s plus 3. I feel like I'm changing my tone of voice to match the music's vibes. Do you almost feel like you have to do that? You don't want to change the, you don't want to change your personality, the vibes. You want to match everything, right? Your voice is a musical instrument. It's fun to use it. All right, so multiplying both sides by s plus 3 times s minus 7. Going to cancel that s plus 3 and that s minus 7 and both of those on the bottom to get us our form that we can use to find these variables. Negative 4s minus 6 equals a times s plus 3 plus b times s minus 7. Now comes the fun part where we need to go and pick a favorite s, and the s is going to be the favorite s. If the favorite s is s equals negative 3. And for s equals negative 3, that's going to get rid of a, meaning negative 4 times negative 3 minus 6 equals b times negative 3 minus 7, which is going to give us b, negative 10b equals, what's negative 4 times negative 3? That's positive 12 minus 6 is 6, which is equal to 3/5 in the negative. And that's B. That makes more sense. So let's double check if we got that right. Always double check yourself before you irreparably injure yourself. It's looking like we're in a negative here on this one. What am I doing wrong? Could be that I'm moving really fast. 4s, negative 4s minus 6, so negative 4 times negative 3, that's positive 12, that's minus 6, that's negative 3 minus 7 is negative 10. And that's going to give us back to the negative 3/5. I thought this was right. We gotta figure this out. We gotta figure this out. We ain't gonna have a fun time, ain't we? We can figure it out. This mix seems a little weird. It's a little, very slightly distorted. That may be purposeful, though. Sup? You caught me on stream. It says you're number 1 too. That's the best chatter, dude. It's the best chatter. Okay. I'm gonna be distracted. I just invited the devil. Sorry, Jordan. Okay. I was just talking about music. I'm doing a math stream and I'm talking about music. Which I found an artist, Jan Klein, who does this kind of stuff. And it's slightly better than lo-fi. It's certainly not the thing I'd like be ideally wanting to put on here as background music, but I want something like vaguely unique, something from some weird indie artist. That's why I really like using the Music Archive. It's a fantastic resource for finding slightly more you know, indie real sounding music that you could use for streams like this. But I digress. So, okay. So getting back to partial fraction decomposition and figuring out what's going on with this problem. So we're going to solve back for A. And what we're going to do to start by solving for A here is we're going to go ahead and just try to see what happens there. So -4, we're going to set S equal to +7 to get rid of that B value from this equation up here. And so that's going to be -4 times +7 minus 6, which we all know and love. 4 times 7, that's 28. And -28 minus another 6 is going to be 34. Yeah, -34. And that's going to be equal to A times S plus 3. That's 7 plus 3. That's 10. +10. So that's going to be A 7 plus 3. We're going to just... -34 equals 10A. Look at that. That's going to be -34 over 10 equals A. And that's going to be divided by 2 is going to be... A equals... 19... No. I think it's 17/5. Yeah, 17/5. And there we go. So that's our A value. Let's double check and see if this worked. It's very possible that something's going wrong here with my math. I'm known to make algebraic errors. And I'm covering part of the math. One of the weird challenges about doing math streams like this is me. I'm the problem because I get in the way. This is not good. So I need to make sure I can get out of the way so that I just want to make sure that I'm like not ever covering up what's being done. But the problem is I want to be able to fill everything up, and I feel like we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. Because I'm just starting to do this. I've dropped a lot of frames. 4,920 frames, 7.4% frame drop rate. That's a lot of frames. Yep, I'm on a red bar. We gotta figure this out. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we figure these things out. You have to sometimes figure out, okay, with your particular hardware, with your particular internet connection, and with your particular needs, what is the best settings for, well, the ingest servers and all these things that you are going into. I could be that I'm using a bad ingest server. It could be that my internet connection is not liking this, and I need to change my bitrate to hair. We'll see. I'm using HEVC H.265 to save on bitrate, but I digress. Okay, so let's keep on working around, seeing if we can figure out what's going on with this partial fraction decomposition. So one way we could solve this is there's another way of doing this. There's another method of solving partial fraction decomp that I'm forgetting. All right, so they have you do partial fraction decomp at least once, like in this course. So let's go recheck it and see what's going on with the partial fraction decomp to see if there's multiple methods. Sometimes using a different method can completely change the game and help you find something in a much simpler way. Ooh, that's spicy. Man, you give me a good sax. Even if it's just a little bit on the normal side. Whew. So, I tend to do a lot of like, when I do math, I like listening to jazz or like funk. And this is how I do math. I like kind of grooving through it. Okay. So, it's looking like you can solve... I mean, it really, to me, it's like I feel like I'm doing this right. Let's break back down what we're doing. So, did I factor the original equation wrong? That's usually the problem. So let's do just do quadratic. So m equals -2 plus or minus the square root of 2 squared, which is 4, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is -15. We're running out of space. Over 2a, which is 2. So that's going to be m equals -2 plus or minus the square root of minus 4 times 15. That's 60. -60 times negative is positive 60 plus 4 is 64. So that's 64. Square root of 64. We all know what that is. And know it and love it. It is the number 8. And m equals -2 over 2. That's -1 plus or minus 8 over 2 is 4 question mark. So that means that m equals -1 minus 4. That's where did I... So I just miswrote something. I put a 7 instead of a 5 and have been correctly doing it the whole time. I just attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is a lovely thing to have sometimes. All right, let's redo it. And we're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. We got this. We got this. We're gonna beat the tar out of this thing. All right. Let's start by going up to number 6, and we're gonna duplicate that. All right. So we now know that. We now know that the equation -4s minus 6 over s plus 3s minus 5, the right number. -4s minus 6 over s plus 3 s minus 5. Folks, you know and love it, is a over s plus 3. Or we have to make it s minus 5. S minus 5 because the software wants it to be the smaller one first. Plus b over s plus 3. And now we're going to do the same thing we did last time, and we did it last 2 times before, which is to multiply by s plus 3. S minus 5. On both sides. And what's that going to do? It's going to kill this, it's going to kill this, and it's going to kill this, but what's it going to replace? It's going to distribute this guy here, and it's going to distribute this guy right there. And we got a system that works. I feel like Jordan's going to clip shit. That's going to be great. Oh well. That'll be fun. Alright. So now that we've done this, we have -4s. We're going to do it in red. You know why? Because the blood of my enemy, that is this equation, will run across this page and on this YouTube live stream. -4s minus 6 equals a times s plus 3 plus b times s minus 5. And the special numbers is 5 and -3. So we're going to set s equals -3, my 1532nd favorite number. Therefore, we're going to make it -4 times -3. We know what that means. Minus 1, 6. 6 equals a times -3 plus 3. S0 plus b, -3 minus 5. That's, we know the number. It's -8. Not negative 10, which is going to help us out a lot here in a second. So negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12, minus 6 is positive 6 equals negative 8b. And isn't it a beautiful thing? It's negative 6/8 is what b is, which simplifies to negative 3/4. Beautiful. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Look at that. Look at that number. That's better. All right. All right. Now we can test this thing out and be correct, more than likely. And so s minus, well, we can do this. S plus 3. Negative 3/4. All right. So submitting the answer to that one. It still says I'm wrong. It's at this point in the night that you flip 1 to 3 tables. Let's see. Another reason that you listen to jazz is because it keeps the demons inside, I guess. Now, what went wrong here? What went wrong here? Minus 5. The plus the 3. Negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. Minus 6 is positive 6. Negative 8. Something's going on. Something's going on. There's something going on. Okay. Well, we'll figure something out. This page will run red with the blood of this equation. I'm going to do this. I'm going to defeat it. We're going to make it happen. I'm going to make this happen. Let's try the other one. Let's see if the other one gives us something. Let's see if... It could be that web work is being weird. Could be that that's the case. The software that we're using, I don't want to dox myself too much, although the only viewer does know exactly the situation, which is fine. Just chats. This is this guy's address. Okay, so let's go back to A, and solve for A. So negative 4s minus 6, and we're gonna set it equal to positive 5, which means that negative 4 times 5 minus 6 equals A times positive 5 plus 3 plus B is 0, right? That's gone, like it was before. So now we're going to do negative 20 minus 6, which is negative 26, equals 5 plus 3 is 8, 8A. Negative 26 over 8 is A. Now, negative 26 over 8 is a lovely number because we can say that's reduced to negative 13 over 4. Let's see what we get there. Negative 13 over 4 for s minus 5. Want to see if it's just for some reason the other one being weird. Okay. Is it on the other one? No. Okay. Something's weird. Something's very weird. Okay. 7 pages in. 7 pages in. 500 Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's a good address. Now I'm gonna look up what's at 500 Pennsylvania Avenue. Dang it! Yeah, this was a bad decision, but I'm here for it. Okay. Let's see what we got going on at 500 Pennsylvania Avenue. San Francisco, California, 94107 on Zillow.com. What we got going on here? Oh, it's a... That's a look at the money. It's a big... Woohoo! That's a lot. Look at this guy. Look at that. That's a vehicle. That's... God, put this in the freaking... Look at this. This is the background. Look at... Holy... We got 2? I got double my money? Dude, this is the future. That's so cool. Oh, I'm gonna have a stroke and I'm loving it. Okay. Can I just like change the opacity of this thing? No. Yeah. No? Question mark? What? Ah, dang it. I know it's modernism. It's a very boring looking building, but it's in a cool place. It looks like a cool neighborhood. I'll just do a little frowny face. Oh. Yeah. Is this bad because this is in California? Screw it. This is too expensive of a house anyway. In this housing market, pooh, it's all good. Yeah. It's so friendly. This is why you should never do differential equations as a class if you can avoid it, even though it's a really cool subject. I'm now, I don't know, burning for... I need to have someone screaming and go like, oh no, there's a person on the roof next door. It's like, whoa, and they're just kind of hanging out. They're like, yay, that's so good. They're just a happy person. This car is he's saying, yeah. Math. Okay, it's time for math again. It's time for math. It's time for math. I wish there was a better Pennsylvania Avenue for this. Oh well. All right, new song. That's the right number. That's the fun number. You know that one. I heard that one's property value went. Whew. The current tenants. No. Nah. You know who it is. You don't love them. Except that none of us know and love them. We all know them. We don't love them. Anyways. All right. I'm not gonna have my arc yet. Not my political streamer arc just yet. We'll start with math and go from there. I'll go crazy from the math, and then I'll become like a fun kind of conspiracy theorist. That's what'll happen. That's the arc, man. I'm all here for it. Okay. This was my blank slide. This needs to be my intermission slide. Alright, let's just make a new one here. And we're gonna do it down below. And I'm just gonna erase all this stuff and we're gonna start over from the beginning again. I don't know what's going on with this partial fraction decomp, so we're gonna have to continue figuring that one out. Now, I mean, I could always go to a different problem, but I value a challenge, okay? Here's the thing about challenges. If you do something hard and you do it right, like, it's one of those things that can create... I dropped frames again. That can make a person more perseverant. And that's a good thing. It's fun. It's wonderful. Okay. And I value it. So I'm gonna keep on fighting this boy, because it's like, that's not what I want. I won't give up. Because we don't stop. We keep on rolling. So we're gonna start once again. I'm gonna make Jordan go crazy if I say this enough times. Negative 4s minus 6. You just mute this. 4s minus 6 over s squared plus 2s minus 15. And we've verified multiple times now, that the way that you factor this is... Wait a second, let me think about something. I tell you what we did wrong. I'll tell you exactly what we did wrong. When we factored it, because I did the quadratic formula, I didn't reverse the signs. It's another algebraic mistake, and I'm not going to use this light blue because this light blue is barely visible. The dark blue, that's visible. Wow, look at how visible that is. Although I wish it was a little bit less neon. You can create your own color palettes in this software on Zernal++. Shout out to free and open source software, which is running this broadcast, by the way. Will be migrating off of Windows as soon as possible. Yeah, you could do your own color palettes, and I totally could make a better color palette than this, and I'm gonna make it really pretty and very cool. It'll make these streams much more interesting looking, I think. Okay, you gotta have your math be styling, you know. That's gonna be not s minus 5, but s plus 5, s minus 3. Why? Because it's the in the middle two terms, you're adding them. So 5 minus 3 is positive 2. That was our problem. Yeah, Zernal's awesome. Zernal's awesome. I think one of our professors uses it as well. It's I wish there was a better mode for streaming, because you see all the stuff around, and that's fine. Like, it's, you know, just hanging out. Open tablet driver 2. Unfortunately, no. What I'm gonna do is, when I use Linux, I'm using a Wacom 13. Wacom 113 is what I use. I'm gonna swap. I believe that Ubuntu and your Fedoras and all your Linux distributions, they use Open Tablet Driver by default, I think, unless you're talking about a Windows specific thing. But I'm not entirely sure. S minus 6. Have we run out of... Oh, did we just run out of music? Oh my gosh, we just ran out of music, folks. Wow. Folk, I guess. We gotta find a new media source. Same artist. I'm not gonna get clipped, I guess. Is that the same? It's probably fine. I'm just preferring to sit with music rather than with nothing. Okay. So, okay. So we're gonna do, it is about an hour into the stream, 55 minutes. So what I'm gonna do, actually, since we stopped this, hold on, let me pretend like I didn't do this on accident. Pause the music for now. Silence. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break for about 5 or 10 minutes, because, you know, it's typical study habits. You want to do an hour on, and then like 10 off. So we're gonna go ahead and take a few minutes break, and we'll be right back to solving this one problem. Oh yeah, replace backup drives with a Mac viewers, which resets this. Oh, nice. I may look into that then for Windows. But anyways, all right. We'll be right back after a few minutes. Took a little bit of a longer break than expected. But here we are back. We just got some news. And I think it requires that we get a new little page here. We get a little blanky blank. Okay, so I know I always said I wasn't going to be a political YouTube talk about politics or anything like that. I know I won't talk about it much, but folk, the mandate has happened. Zohran Mamdani has won, projected to win, mayor of New York City for the 2025 election to begin his term in January 2026. Look at that! Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Go out and vote, folks. Go out and vote. Vote. Oh no! I received a message from my one viewer. Oh boy. I'll be having a You did this to yourself. Oh, I can't. Come on, focus on this. Dang it. Ah, wait. Wait. That. Nope. Yep. Ah, yes. Well, that. We're gonna put that up in the bottom right there. Look at this guy. Look at this cute patootie. Ah, Red Scare Part 2. Here we come. You gotta have lasers. It's the socialist lasers, dude. Look at that. Look at that stuff. It's like, yeah, it's a piece. He's a comrade of the people. Look at this guy. Keep the top news stories up in the top while we do the math. Okay. So, let's continue on. Talk about that. The mom date. Mom date, ladies and gentlemen, and NIMBYs has arrived. And I will take your PS5 because I don't have one. It's got some good exclusives on it. We'll be requisitioning all your resources for the people. Ill-begotten gains. Maybe a better world is possible, folks. Maybe it is. All right, let's continue doing math so we can maybe design a better world as well, and find some wonderful things about our world today that would make it just a little bit better. So, going back to this and doing our partial fraction decomposition, negative 4s minus 6. We're going to go ahead and skip a few steps here because we've done this a few times. Equals a times s plus 5 plus b times s minus 3. That's such a sexy piano intro. I'm in a good mood. Look at that. That's fantastic. Okay. And we're going to start by saying s equals negative 5. And then we're going to do the thing we did. So negative 4 times negative 5 minus 6 equals... Oh! Whoo, baby! That's what it's about. Listen to that. That's going to be... What's negative 5 minus 3? That's negative 8b. What's negative 4 times negative 5? Negative 20 minus 6 is negative 26. 26 equals negative 8b. And we get a positive number. Folks, we got a positive number. That's going to be b equals 13. Positive 13 over 4. That helps us out quite a lot. And we're going to go ahead and check this one to see if we've got it right. Positive 13 over 4. Whoa, Gray J, don't come up in my way. Positive 13 over 4s minus plus 3. Or sorry, minus 3. Or plus 5. Oh, does it want me to not even find it? Does it want me to say a over s minus 3? Tell me that that's not what it wants me to do. Okay, no, it actually does want me to solve it. Thank goodness. Let's try one more time with the other one again, just to verify. So, negative 4s minus 6, where, well, we're going to say s is equal to positive 3. Positive 3, so that's negative 4 times 3 minus 6 equals, hey, I just don't know what I'm getting wrong here. We're going to keep on working this out till we get it done. Times 3 plus 5. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12 minus 6, that's negative 18. Over 8 is a, so that's going to be negative 9/4 is a. Now, if this isn't correct, I'm going to be thoroughly confused. Negative 9/4. Okay, that's correct. Negative 9/4 is, in fact, the correct answer. Coughing ferociously. So we can start erasing. Woo! That's a great way to start a little song. You got some, a little bit of that New York sound appropriate for the night. Well, we got minus 5, s equals minus 5. Negative 5 minus 6 is negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. B. So negative 4 times negative 5, that's positive 20 minus 6, not negative 26. Negatives are hard. And I'm a 24-year-old man who is a physics major and should know better. But that's okay, we're going to keep working through it and make it happen. Negative 8b minus 6, that's 14 over 8. Negative 8 equals b. And therefore, the answer to the question is negative 7/4 equals b. So, if this is not correct, that's right. And now all we got to do is invert that transform to find y of t. Simply put, we now know that the equation is, so we want the inverse Laplace transform of negative 9/4 over s minus 3 plus the inverse Laplace transform of negative 7/4 over s plus 5. Sounds like it was just looped. Did it loop? In loop. Maybe this is the second part of the song. I don't know. Whatever. I'll just vibe out to it. So now what we can do is we can simply pull that -9/4 and -7/4 outside of the inverse Laplace transform to simply get our general form for transforming 1 over s minus a equals e to the at in normal coordinates. So we say that e to the at equals 1 over s minus a. It's going to give us our answer pretty damn fast. Therefore, y of t equals -9/4 times e to the 3t plus minus 7/4 e to the -5t. That's our answer. Final buzz. We're doing this. I'm getting my points, and I'm going home. Except that I'm already home. -9/4 e to the 3t minus 7/4 e to the -5t. Flubber duck, it's correct! Alright, let's check this guy out. Keep on rolling. Let's keep on rolling. Alright, so, let's just do another little thing. Let's just do this one more time. We're gonna do it's time to do it again, and again, and again. That's just what math is. It's doing the same thing. Ah, yes. On fire houses. The blood of my enemies. So much work. So much time to solve one problem. Mathematics is truly a subject for the insane and the bizarre. I'm one of those. Probably both, I hope. It's more interesting for the plot. Y double prime plus 9y equals 0, where y of 0 equals -4 and y prime of 0 equals 4. Now this problem is going to be relatively straightforward because we actually know all the mistakes that we made last time, and hopefully this will be a bit faster. Y double prime is going to be s squared y of s minus s times y naught, which is -4, minus y prime naught, which is positive 4. That's going to be plus 9y, simply y of s, equals 0. Now, what are we doing now? We're going to distribute the y of s's, which is s squared plus 9 minus s minus 4. That's plus 4s minus 4 equals 0. We're going to move all of that stuff from this side to this side, and it's going to be a real good time for us, hopefully. And we're going to divide it out, which is going to give us y of s equals -4s plus 4 over s squared plus 9. Hopefully simpler. Much simpler problem. Thank goodness, a much simpler problem. Because this could be simply broken up into two equations, one of which is in sine of x, that could be reverse Laplaced into that, and the other one could be reverse Laplaced into cosine of t. Not x, but t. And hopefully this will be good. Where we know a thing. If, then. If the thing f of s equals s over s squared plus a squared, you know what the answer is? The answer is cosine of at. Now, if it is instead f of s equals a over s squared plus a squared, where a is that constant, it's going to be sine of a times t. Simply put, ladies, gentlemen, and nibblies, this is not a very difficult set of things to figure out. Once you got the form, but look, it's the thing. That's s squared. That's part of it. And the other part is 9. What's 9 but 3 squared? And we have negative 4s and plus 4. And we can transform both of these and force them into the forms that we want to do the inverse Laplace transform. Therefore, y of s equals negative 4s over s squared plus 9, which is simply negative 4 times s over s squared plus 9, which means it's not that hard to do. And then we could say plus 4. Oh, but it's not going to work because it's not the right thing. Well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to divide by 4 and make it 1 over s squared plus 9. But we need it to be 3. So we're going to say that it's 3. And what do we also have to do? We also have to... Oh, sorry. We multiply by 4 because we're just moving the 4 out, and that's all it is. And now that we move the 4 on the outside and the denominator, we're gonna, because we multiplied the inside by 3 on the denominator, on the numerator right here, the denominator is gonna be 3 here. I went a bit fast. Send me links. Send me links. Hold on. Chat. One person. Chat. Don't send me links. I'll bust you for sending me links. Ooh, good jazz. This is nice. I can't listen to it on stream. I can't listen to it on stream because of obvious issues, but I'd love to listen to this. Okay, everybody, yeah, so I'll throw this link actually in the thing because it looks like it's pretty good. So Hot Flutes Tomami Koyake with great jazz quartet. So this is it's like some kind of jazz quartet. Sounds like nice music. Even though I'm not hearing it right now. I trust my friends too much. I feel like he can send the most like worst thing. And so long as the cover looks okay, it'll be fine. And I'll just say it on stream. I know that no one's watching this, but other than the said person who has sent that, but you know, it's a good idea to, you know, have a little bit of obsec, but that's kind of neat. I appreciate the rec. Yeah, so the rec is this is the rec here. We'll throw it down here. We'll show it briefly to everybody. So it's this. So if you're interested, you can go look that guy up. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. I'll take a listen after stream. So, finishing up my rant. I'm gonna keep ranting about this equation. So crazy. So, now that we've done the thing to the numerator, to force it to the thing that we want, we can do s squared plus, what, 3 squared? Oh, 3 squared. That's this. That's the thing. That's the same thing. So, all we have to do now, and we're gonna just do inverse Laplace, is inverse Laplace. That's a mess. And we're going to get something quite beautiful. So, y of t equals negative 4 times the cosine of 3t plus 4/3 cosine, or sorry, sine of 3t. That, folks, is an underdamped oscillation, or it's actually probably it's an undamped oscillation. Ooh, listen to this guy. We got some good, nice little sax section hanging out here tonight. Okay. Okay, let's see what this sounds like. Let me get this thing. Are you ruining my dreams now, computer, telling me that I didn't get this right? Oh, it wants me to do partial fraction decomp again. Hold on, really? Oh, because I didn't factor it right. That's what I did. But it's... Oh, I wrote the original down wrong. It's y double prime plus y 9y prime, not plus 9y. I'm cooked. My career's over. Before it even started. Alright, will we do it? What's really funny is it's becoming abundantly clear how scatterbrained of a mathematician I am. And that's fine. It's just part of the process. I get things right. I just have to get them wrong several times in order to get them right. And that's fine. That's totally fine. It takes a lot of time. And sometimes when I don't have to, repeat something over and over again, I end up doing okay, and I can get some things done pretty fast. So it's y double prime plus 9y prime equals 0, where y of 0 equals negative 4, and y prime of 0 equals 4. So, ladies and gentlemen, nibbies, we've got y double prime, which is s squared y of s minus s times negative 4, which is the y of 0 minus 4, plus 9 s y of s, and we're just going to distribute that 9 minus 9 times y of 0, which is negative 4, so that's 9 times 4 is 36. This is 36, and it's the negative, and the negative become to a positive, equals 0. So we're going to take these y of s, and we're going to distribute all these things. S squared plus 9s. Now that is quadratic. Isn't that interesting? Equals 4s, negative 4s, minus 32, because that negative 4 and the 36 becomes a 32. The negative 4 and the negative s is a positive 4s, right? Because the negative and the negative here cancel. Then we're subtracting it on the other side to get a negative 4s, so negative 4s minus 32. And y of s equals negative 4s minus 32 over s squared plus 9s. That should be our answer. We're just going to double check with the computer on the homework site, computational homework site. It is absolutely correct, as ooh, this was nice and smooth. I love this. Now this is going to need a partial fraction decomposition, but what we can do simply here is we can factor this out as y of s equals negative 4s minus 32 over s times s plus 9. What's wonderful about s times s plus 9 is it's going to have a different factor to it. What that means is going to be a over s plus b over s plus 9. And isn't that lovely? We can say that it now multiplies out to b, since we can cancel the bottoms out by multiplying by what the bottom was on the left-hand side, to negative 4s minus 32 equals a times s plus 9 plus b times s, which is a bunch of BS to me. Simply one BS. Setting b s equal to 0, going to get rid of that 4s. Negative 32 equals 9a. A equals negative 32 over 9, which I'm not sure is reducible. Although it would be nice if it was. It really would be. But such is life. Sometimes you can't simplify things, and complication is simply natural. Going back to solve for b, we're going to say that s equals negative 9 for Negative 4 times negative 9 is 36 minus 32. Ooh, I love it when things get small very quickly. Is going to be a negative 9b. 36 minus 32 is 4 over negative 9 equals b. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now hopefully we should get something nice and clean and beautiful, despite the fact there's some fractions involved. So, gonna send me back to physics kindergarten. Hey, if I need to go a second time, I'll just know it better. I'll come back and I'll know physics kindergarten so well they can make me teach the physics kindergarten, I guess. Repetition makes you think better. Repetition makes you think better. So, y of s equals... Okay, so we've done that part of the proximity comp. Okay, so I was thinking. So, now that we know what a and b is, we can say that that is fully expressible as negative 32 over 9 over s. So let's just double check that that's what that is. Negative 32 over 9 over s, which is correct. That's such a nice timbre. That's such a nice timbre. I don't know why I'm like vibing with this stuff so hard. S plus 9. Negative 4 ninths over s plus 9. Negative 4 ninths over s plus 9. Submitting answers. Now we just gotta go ahead and do that inverse Laplace transform. So that is y of s, right? Now all we have to do is say that the inverse Laplace transform of y of s, which equals y of t, is the inverse Laplace transform of these two things, and the inverse Laplace transform of that. Now, negative 32 over 9 over s, that's just negative 32 over 9, simply put. And negative 4 over 9 over s plus 9. That goes back to the same theorem of 1 over s minus a equals e to the at. Look at that beautiful outcome. Negative 4 ninths e to the negative 9t. And that's going to give us our final answer for this problem, which is negative 32 over 9 minus 4 ninths e to the negative 9t. As we submit our answers, and we let the green flow, and the answers be correct. Moving on to the next problem here. We've got y double prime minus 3y prime minus 40y is sine of 4t. This is no longer a simply linear, or it's a non-driven differential equation. It is a non-homogeneous differential equation with a non-homogeneous part. So therefore we can... come on, I'm not taking a break yet! We go by the hour. So we're going to start once again. We're going to change colors again. I would love to find some better colors. Is there some better colors out there? That'd be a fun stream. You could do like a fun stream. That'd be a great one. That'd be like a weekend stream kind of vibe. I'm here for that. I don't necessarily know if this is going to be like mostly a live kind of gig, or if this is going to be like a mix of things, because I did most of what I've been doing is videos, but I'm enjoying the live stuff, because I can just hang out, I can just do stuff, and it's not a big deal. It's nice. Math. Okay. Oh, nice. I can just do... perfect. Okay. Or not. Oh, that's better. Okay. I just figured out something. Okay. So let's go ahead and start doing this next problem. So y double... oh, I'm in pink. We're going to do pink this time? Pink? Bleh. Do I like that? Do I like that? Nah. Nah, you know why? Because I'm a guy that understands... I'm a guy that understands color theory enough to know that's bad. I don't want that in my life. You know what we do need in our lives? You know what we need in our lives? We need a change in vibes. So we're going to go ahead and go to Journal... Paper background apply. We're gonna do a paper color. Let's go to black. And just sit in the dark mode. Dark mode's fun. Dark mode's really fun. We're gonna switch to dark mode, guys. Look at the dark. It's after dark. Mathematical after dark. I am here for the vibes of mathematical after dark. I don't know what else to call this. That's not smooth. We'll figure something else out. And so, listen to the, look at this. Whoo! Look at that beautiful, beautiful curve. That is a magnificent looking Laplace L. This could be nice. Sweet, sweet color. So we now know that y double prime minus 3y prime minus 40y equals sine of 4t, where y of 0 equals 7 and y prime of 0 equals negative 2. Now to start this problem off, we're going to do what we do every time and set y double prime as s squared times y of s minus s times y naught prime, which is 7, so 7s, minus negative 2. That's our first part, minus 3 times y prime, which is the Laplace transform of that is 3s y of s, minus y of 0, which is 7, and 7 times negative 3 is negative 21, which goes into a positive 21 to distribute those negative symbols throughout that function. Finally, negative 40. Y is simply negative 40, capital Y of S. And all of this is equal to sine of 4t. What is sine of 4t transformed? It is 1 over S minus A. And what's A in this case? Oh, sorry. Do this as sine. So this is A over s minus a squared, where sine of at, where a is 4, so that's 4 over s minus 16 to give us our final value. This is our Laplace transformed equation. Now we're going to simplify this Laplace transformed equation. Y of s times s squared minus 3s minus 40, and we're going to take the red here and cancel those out. I'm being a little clearer now, and I'm liking that. I know I'm using neighbor tones, but that's fine. And now we can close that off, and then we can simplify the rest. 7s minus 7s. What's 21 plus 2? That's 23. And we're going to add on top of that, that's going to be equal to 4 over s minus 16. So now we can add everything else to that. We're going to add 7s and 23 over to the other side of the equation, at which point we're going to have a nice time, easier time doing what we need to do with a partial fraction decomposition, or something simpler, hopefully. To solve this, we can use the first and second translation theorems as well to solve these problems. So y of s equals 4 over s minus 16 times s squared minus 3s minus 40 minus 7. Someone is at my door. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. Oh no, it restarted. I'm back. It restarted. Is that better? What where were we? Oh. I'm using OBS's built-in music stuff and it's not doing me any favors. Why? Why? Now I'm sad. Alright. No, we're gonna do. This is fun. This is a little bit. This is kind of like. I don't know. Hey. You like math? It's like that kind of like. Almost like you're trying to talk somebody up. Okay. So. Going back to it. We're going to lock back in and finish this up. Well, minus 7s plus 23. Now all this is being divided by, we're going to just plus this whole thing. S squared minus 3s minus 40. Now we can use some wonderful tricks such as the first and second translation theorems to solve these problems much more simply than we might otherwise be able to do. There's some other tricks we can use. Because fundamentally, mathematicians and physicists are lazy people who want to do things the best way that's fast. Because it's late. Alright, let's start. Simplifying this out. So y of s equals... I want this all as one fraction. If I can make it one fraction, I'm going to do it. Now, minus 3s and minus 40. I am lazy enough of a person where I want to do positive 3. And this is square root of 9 minus 4 times negative 40. So that's 80. So this is square root of 80. Ah, it's dirty. It's a mess. It's messy. I don't like messy quadratic equations. This piece of music is a little funky sounding now. I don't know why. I mean, it's just a little weird sounding now. I don't know if you're hearing it. So it's almost 90s-y. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Alright, let's keep rolling. Over 2. I'm sorry, 160. Not 80, 160. It's 169. What's the square root of 169? That's gotta be. That's a nice number though. Ow. It's 13! The square root of 169 is 13. EM equals 3 halves plus or minus 13 halves. So 3 halves. 3 plus 13. Do you know what that is? It's 16. It's 16. M equals 8 or 5. Because 13 minus 3, that's 10. You divide that by 2, that's 5. Anyways, now that we have these roots, we can do simple and nice things where we can say for s minus 16, s minus 8, s minus 5, plus... See, the nice thing about think I'd like to do